thing that appeals to a whole lot of Nigerian politicians about Jonathan is that he's from the south and he's only got a term left. But of course, the controversy subsists, whether or not someone can actually swear to the presidency, take an oath to the presidency 3 times. But of course, the amendment was done after Jonathan had already left office. So by chance, he's still allowed to contest in one way or the other. So this is the circumstance. And so you won't blame someone like Jerry Garner for saying that he will come. But is he going to come under the PDP? Is PDP good enough for Jonathan to come? Well, that's a question a whole lot of us will answer. And then, of course, you've seen that through the ADC approach that he took.
So now, what would you ask him? What would you think would be best for him? To go on the platform of the PDP, which they haven't yet gotten their acts together yet with political internal wranglings, or the newly minted ADC, but do they have enough awareness, or are people able to recognize the party, and is it good enough for Jonathan if he does intend to run to go on that platform? Which would you advise?
Well, Ayo, PDP is too damaged for a presidential ticket to be given to Jonathan to contest, and he would win. And if you look at what is happening at the moment, you see that the military wing of the Nigerian polity, I mean, they've all moved. They are shifting to the ADC, actually. Those who established the PDP in 1998 are majorly military, I mean, those within the military apparatchik. And you will see that many of them have already seen that the PDP, PDP is going to be allowed to contest other elections, like governorship and all of that. But in terms of delivering presidential wins, even Jonathan himself knows that the PDP is too damaged at the moment, and it will be a big problem for him to be able to run. Now, I'm thinking that there's an understanding between both parties, because, I mean, if you go to the ADC now, the ADC was actually, registered by former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and you had people like Nwosu. They were just placeholders. Look at the history of the ADC very well. You know that it was a placeholder political party that has always been kept in place by former President Olusegun Obasanjo for his allies. So that vehicle was being prepared for Peter Obi, and now Jonathan is coming. Jonathan and Peter Obi, they are all within the same, team of, quote, Obasanjo's boys. And so Obasanjo is going to sit down with them and have, a talk as to what should go on and what should not go. And people like General Gusau will be there to actually help support the final decision on what will happen. But I can tell you that with what's going on right now, PDP won't be a vehicle because, I mean, there's a lot of things. There are a lot of things that are happening, and with the Wike factor there, and you will see the fight that's ongoing before the November 16 convention that's happening. A whole lot of things will be too down enough for the PDP to be a vehicle that can either deliver a Jonathan or deliver a Peter Obi. But the good thing about ADC and Jonathan, for example, is that if Jonathan runs under ADC, for example, Peter Obi is likely not to run. And so if it's going to be under the PDP too that Jonathan decides to run, there's a likelihood that Peter Obi may not be able to run, because Peter Obi owes a whole lot of his loyalty to Jonathan. But there's been a consensus among some politicians that Jonathan should step aside and allow people like Obi to actually come in. He looks fresh. I mean, Jonathan can work with him and all of that. And then the fear of Jonathan's legacy going down the drain. So a whole lot of things are at play. But Jonathan would have to make the final decision.
The gospel truth is that we all know that we have passed this era of Jonathan or coming back anything. We should be looking forward on the right candidate who the Nigerians have chosen. And that person is nobody else but Peter Obi. But the issue is that everybody is running for their own personal interest, because I don't see a reason why good luck that have led us before 110 that sacrificed a second tenor for Buhari is coming back to jeopardize the chance we have as Nigerians to have P2B as our president. Because Jonathan is a barrier. Whether I would like it or not, Jonathan is going to be an obstacle if he eventually runs alongside P2B. That is just the gospel truth. But why can't he just step down if truly he wants the betterment of Nigeria and allow that candidate that we Nigerians have chosen and back him up to become our next president? Complete the video. Let me go to views in the comment section.
On ADC's ultimatum to Atiku, Obi and others to formalize membership, and of course the abandonment of all democratic alliance, otherwise referred to as Ada. I'm now joined by Dr. Ladan Salihu. He's a member ADC Publicity Committee. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight.
Thank you for having me.
It looks like ADC has decided to part ways, with Ada. But let's start with the premise of the Labour Party. Yunus Atanko, the coordinator of the Labour Party, says, this amounts, what the ADC is doing amounts to altering the agreement midway. Apparently, maybe why is the ADC in a hurry? That's what he's saying. Why has this ultimatum become, necessary at this time?
Well, thank you very much. First of all, let us understand that we are, in a very delicate political situation right now in the country. The kind of, challenges we have, the constraints, and, going forward, politics is, is war that you fight with civility and strategy. Right now, the nation can't wait. We have, less than 2 years, if you like, to the national elections. And Nigerians are yearning for, a complete overhaul, a complete change, a complete, new direction, new leadership politically. And so you don't have the luxury of time to begin to ponder, to begin to, take it like a laissez-faire attitude to politics. The approach the ADC, did to Mr. Peter Obi is just to inject some verve and gusto into, his own, political machine, to understand the imperatives of quickly joining, the ADC 100%, so that we can strategize, we can come up with the best of options when we're speaking to Nigerians. That in our fold, we have, titans that have been tested and, with all the integrity and the quality that they have and the pedigree to win an election. We can't wait. So it wasn't meant to, like, raise any negativities about, our approach in asking, Mr. Peter Obi to kind of hurry up and join the coalition so that we can perfect our own, strategies going forward. This
directive, is it targeted at the presidential, at least those who have, indicated interest in running for president in this coalition? Atiku, Obi, Rotimi Amechi and the others, or is it for generality of all those who seek to join this coalition, or the ADC?
The ADC is saying that when you look at, the political calendar from now to the time of campaign and elections in 2027, that really, we don't really have time to waste. So it's not particularly directed entirely at Mr. Peter Obi and the Labour Party. No, it is directed to all political juggernauts, chieftains, members of other political parties who want to join the fold, to come in and understand the imperative of, we shouldn't be seen to be complacent. We must be seen to have our hands on the plow, and to give the party a direction, so that we can go out there and face Nigerians and convince them that we are actually not only the party that will give them change, but a party that will give them the change they deserve and the change that they have been yearning for.
Well, I hope I can take you up on that particular change that you talk about, because it sounds like deja vu. Nigerians have heard of change before. Now, Peter Obi's, from what we're getting from his camp, it looks like it's not entirely too sure of what this coalition is about, where it's going, and so he might just be bidding his time. Isn't that what it shows, that the ADC or the coalition itself may not necessarily be as clear in terms of direction as they would like to, see.
No, the
ADC itself.
No, the ADC, the coalition, is as clear as chalk is from cheese, my sister. We are, very, very. We concentrate on the issues. We look at the parameters politically. We look at the future not only for the metamorphosis of the party into a great, option, a great platform for Nigerians to come on board so that we can achieve the change we are talking for. No, we are also looking at the party as the strategic option going forward that will not only galvanize Nigerians, but will give them that platform of belief, of conscience, of integrity, of an option that is not only workable, but an option that will prevail and present a platform that will take Nigeria out of the present state of, if you like, political disillusionment to the state of purposefulness for the nation to succeed.
Very, very quickly, I mean, from all indication, the coalition will not be registering a new political party since it's dissociated from the ADA. You now have the ADC. Now, let's talk about former President Goodluck Jonathan's meeting with the chairman of the ADC in the person of David Mark. What exactly was that meeting about?
You see, in politics, strategy matters.
Right.
And it is a very good, not only for the optics for the ADC, but it shows Nigerians that the statesmen of quality and pedigree, such as President Goodluck Jonathan, is a man, is not only a statesman, but he has proven himself to be a quality leader. And so if he can approach or have a meeting with the ADC, it tells you that the ADC is going places. And we expect these meetings to happen. It is in the process of, calibration politically, of interface, of, integration, of reaching out, of deepening stakeholding.
Is he a likely candidate for the ADC, or nominee, or aspirant? If you
every person that has quality that can provide leadership for Nigerians is welcome on board. We are going to be a party. We are a party that will live by the rules and the norms of civilized political behavior in campaign and elections and in primaries and in the presentation, if you like, the production.
Have you decided what mode of primaries? Would it be what's it called, a consensus? Would it be direct primaries? Which one would it be? The mode has that been decided yet? The architects, if you like, the major midwives of the political party are working on that. But what I want to assure Nigerians is that whatever options the ADC is putting on the table, it is an option that will guarantee transparency, will guarantee integrity, and will guarantee that sense of belief for every contestant to come and to, have a level playing field that at the end of the election, whoever emerges victorious, either at the presidential level, the gubernatorial level, or the National Assembly, or even the local elections, will be completely happy that, the process has gone through a foolproof process, not anointing candidates, as it were, like you see in the other, parties. Or annoying candidates, if you like. Ladan Salihu, member ADC Publicity Committee, thank you very much for joining.
Because there's no way we'll be fighting for a better country where we need somebody that is worthy, or like somebody that we've seen that have presented himself as a living sacrifice for the betterment of Nigeria. Ever since Goodluck left office, what have he done for Nigerians? What have Atiku himself done for Nigerians? All these things are the questions we need to be asking ourselves. What have these people done for us? But we cannot even count enough of what P2B has done, even not being in any office in Nigeria. P2B have done so much in the north, even not being another leader. He have achieved what most northern leaders have not achieved. And now it's as if they are dragging Goodluck Jonathan and P2B. We know that he have led us for 4 years. Then it is time for a fresh hand. It is time for a fresh person. Someone we know that can deliver Nigeria. That's all that matters now. Not even about who is capable. We have seen what this man did in Anambra State for 8 years, even though some people will come and drag me. Some people will come and doubt it, that PW did not achieve anything in Anambra State. Let's leave that aside. But me and you know what this man achieved in Anambra State as a governor. And we all know what he has achieved in Nigeria, even not being in any office. He has achieved what no of our leaders have achieved. He has given hope to Nigerians. Yes, PW have given hope to Nigerians, and that's all that matters. He has given a lot of hopes to Nigerians, which is very, 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 very vital and important, because that is what we need as Nigerians, because we have given hope on Nigeria. That's gospel truth. Imagine yesterday was independent, but guess what? It was not celebrated anywhere. It's because we have lost hope in Nigeria. And then this is a man that we need to make it right. Let me get your own view about if they've watched now. I'll be guys in my next video. Do you think that ADC should give the ticket to Jonathan, or that Obi should also continue to run? Because I heard that if Jonathan should run, Obi might step down for him. But I doubt that. Let me get your views in the comment section.